Hello everyone, and welcome to the Little Blue Fly. In today's video, I will be sharing new furniture styling here on this wall. So it'll be a very large, some will call it a console, some will call it a sideboard. I'm going to just call it a sideboard because there is more storage to it than a console. But what I will be doing is decorating this whole wall and other areas around in this room, along with some new chairs I just recently purchased from Ballard Designs. So that being said, let's begin, shall we? Okay, first piece, I just grabbed this, a steal of a price. I won't mention it, but just know it was a steal, a very large glass paneled sideboard. This piece is, oh goodness, 72 inches long and 46 high. And 15 and a half in depth, which is perfect. We needed this furniture piece to be quite narrow here in the dining area because of the chairs that will be going around the table. And here is one of the new chairs. I purchased 4 of them. This slip cover, these are Parson chairs, and the slip cover is called Spa by Ballard Designs, and it's a creamy color with a very fresh blue. As you can see, it is check. They are slip covers, so it's great. I can change them out throughout the seasons. So I look forward to that because change is always good. This is what I will have for spring and summer, this blue check. Here's the back of them. They're just as sweet as can be. I knew with this table that I have not owned this piece for very long, but it is very old, a cup table. I knew I wanted something light and fresh to really make this feel like an English looking feel. And a new mirror. Well, it's not new. It's new to all of you because I have not been decorating with these for several years. I did recently put one out in my living room. These are some of the items that were stored in California, these mirrors. And it goes perfectly with this piece. I love all the different wood tones that are going on in here. Pulling it out so that you can see it a little bit more. And then I placed my yellow chest off to the left. And as you can see, we have plenty of space going around the dining table for when we pull out the chairs to sit down. And I still will be adding 2 more at the ends. But I have to find them first. Okay, so let's start decorating this fabulous piece. Now, right now, I know it's looking kind of white, but it's really not. We're cloudy here today, very cloudy, so it's hard to get the true color. This is a beautiful, creamy piece. I could paint it easily, I really could. I am eyeballing a certain color, but for right now, it is staying like this. I placed my 2 lamps, my French lamps, on top. That were purchased from Horchow. And then in front of the lamps, okay, so let's take a look here. Look at the lanterns. These are white, and as you can see, the furniture piece is more of a creamy yellow color, which fits in perfectly with the other pieces of furniture. But so I placed the lanterns on top. I did decorate the lanterns in the previous video. Now I will share it at the end of this video. I always put a couple videos there for all of you to click on if you feel like watching something else that I have posted. This gorgeous blue and white vessel is a vintage Bombay piece. I thought it worked perfectly with all the colors here. But again, the lanterns can be viewed in the video that I will post at the end of this one. And then inside, I put just some naturals in here. We have preserved boxwood that was purchased from Ballard in the back. And then all of these other dried naturals I did just recently share in one of my videos. I will see if I can find some and link them. I don't know. It hasn't been great so far trying to find these, but I will continue to look. And then to the side over here, I had this little strip of wall, and I thought, let's put the wreath that I just created. It's the video before this one. I'd had a lot of fun putting this piece together. It is an open vine wreath that I placed all of this greenery and plates on with the bird's nest. I couldn't put it over the mirror because this piece is so large. It completely covered up the mirror, so I knew I had to place it over to the side, but I love it because it really just brightens up, you know, how the wall, well, you'll see. I'll pull out. I will pan out in this video. But it just fits perfectly like in this little nook piece of a wall. And I did share a link for the wreath for those of you that might be interested in purchasing one in the previous video. It's in the previous video. So here in the corner, I have this small little wicker basket. I'm in search of another piece of furniture, like a little wood box that might have a couple little drawers in it or something to display this fabulous vintage metal. It's a plant stand. I love working with this piece. You just have all that aged gold going on here. The detail of the floral and the leaves, and I love working with my golds with all my other colors in the house, but that vintage gold, it gets me every time. And I did not want it on the floor, so I just decided to place it on the basket. The basket is definitely sturdy enough to hold this piece. And I thought, let's make it simple. Let's just start things off with a wreath. Normally I decorate out of each one of the trays, but I decided, okay, let's just make things a little bit simple this spring and place a fabulous ivy and berry grapevine wreath on top. It completely covers the whole bottom, and I love it. I love it. So pulling back a little bit, so you can see how it looks in the corner, but also I have one of my moss pots. I do have a few of these, not too many of them. I have to look for some more, see if I can find more of these pots on Amazon to put in my storefront. And they're just the sweetest ever little yellow tulips. It's the, what do they call them? It's like that real touch, you know, and the whole feel of it all, the tulips. I do have those listed in my storefront as well. I don't know if they're in because as soon as they come in, they're always out. Okay, and I have quite a few of these wicker. I'm going to use them for my magazines holders. I recently, well, I've had them for some time. I had them when we were in the other house for sure, in Chapel Hill before we moved here. But anyhow, I will be putting my magazines inside. So I have 4. I knew I had 5, but for some reason I was just seeing 4 of them. But you'll see the 5th one come onto the scene here in a minute. But it's perfect to hold my magazines. I don't know about all of you, but I'll never tire of looking through a good decorating magazine. And I have several of them that I have collected over all of the years. I never get rid of my decorating magazines. When I come across the box, they will be going in here. So because we're in spring, I'll put the spring magazines in, and then as we move into summer, I'll start putting in the summer. And on my plant stand, I decided to put in my little nest basket. I made this, oh goodness, a good, it's been quite a few years. Let me see, over 4 years ago during spring. It is in my spring playlist for those of you that are interested. It's a DIY nest basket, and I also painted the egg. So I give a fun tutorial on how to do that. So this is my perfect little berry bird nest little corner nook here. Up on the top of this plate shelf, I decided, I'm still finding a couple things here, but I knew for sure I wanted to put this frame up. My son, he found this for me when he was on one of his job sites, and it couldn't be more perfect. It has all the aged goodness to it, the creams and the golds, and the perfect French feel to it. We'll visit that in a moment. So we're gonna scoot on over here to some of my new finds from Williams-Sonoma. And these are their glass bud vases, very fragile. I have this vintage silver egg here up front, and some ranunculus that was just recently, the floral was purchased from Williams-Sonoma, along with this little bunny dish. It's so sweet. The perfect size, not too large. I have some other ones as well, but I have to find them. All this moving, too much moving, way too much moving in these past few months. I have some more green and whites here, not quite sure how I'm going to use them. I did notice on the lid though, that's a pumpkin. So this is fall, but no, that's okay. Because in springtime we do decorate, we share with the gardens and everything. So I thought it will work nicely. And I have these glass hurricanes that were just recently purchased. They're on clearance at Williams-Sonoma. And a little bit here, in a moment, we're going to be putting together a sweet little candy, shop right here on the table for when we pass by, if we just want to grab a piece or two for our little sweet tooths, we can. Has all the wonderful fresh spring colors and the foiled chocolate eggs and sheep. And I will be decorating here on this stand that I purchased from Ballard Designs. So here are the three glass vases from Williams-Sonoma, and they're very fragile. Oh, these are so fragile. You have to be very delicate when working with these. Now, okay, so I put it here in this vase. Really love it. Super sweet in that, but you know, the tips touch a little bit. So I thought, well, let's go ahead and let's try this tall one. Pull out a little bit of the floral. These are a really pretty faux ranunculus bunch of flowers here. I like that real touch, and that's what these are. Again, purchased from Williams-Sonoma. Now, I'm still not feeling it because I really tried to just bend the stems, and they're not bending. It's a very thick gauged wire. It's not like the tulips that I have in the back. Those stems, they bend so easily. These ones are a little bit different. So I thought, let's pull it out since the vase is so fragile and just start separating them. And there, I like it now. So that's what it needed. I needed to pull things apart a little bit, fluff them out. And it's just a sweet little bud vase with a cheerful yellow bundle of ranunculus flowers. So see, tall one. No, not sweet and cottagey enough for me. Here in the smaller one, there we go. Okay, I'm glad you went through that whole dilemma with me, because it was one. The mind of a decorator. Okay, so now let's go ahead and start putting things in our vessels to start our little candy sweet shop here. The majority of the sweeties were purchased from Williams-Sonoma, but some from Target, like the sheep and the carrots. These are citrus, I like to call them sugar rocks. They are jelly beans, all the citrusy flavors. And there is one that is grapefruit, and oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. So if you enjoy citrus flavors, I give these a 10 out of a 10. Recommend these, and they are from Williams-Sonoma, and they do sell out of their spring candy quickly. So I'm putting them in the bud vases slowly, and whenever we want some, we will just gently tip over the bud vase and put a few of them in our hand. The most fabulous flavor, perfect colors for spring. Put a few more over here because I'm going to keep a few of these sugar rocks right now. Look at this, 4 of them for myself. I can't help it. I love candy. I love candy. Anybody that knows Bev knows she loves candy. Always have, always will. Okay, now we are going to work out of this sweet little vintage egg dish. I know there's a name for it. And I just placed in some brown paper, cut up pieces of paper. And what I thought would look cute, because it's kind of earthy, right? It's brown and earthy, and so any vessels like this, if you have some, pull them out and put a little bit of the brown, cut paper in it. And I have these, it's chocolate and hazelnut, yummy, on the inside. And I thought to place the little carrot umbrellas inside of this vessel. And it sort of looks very earthy, like they're growing up out of the earth. And I'm just going to place a few of them around in here because as they walk by, as all of us walk by, we will be grabbing here and there. So I'll make sure to hold a few things back to replenish. But only once. And then when it's gone, it's gone. So super sweet. And now I'm just going to, I'm being messy, but that's okay. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of sugar rocks all around the carrot umbrellas. Just to give that extra added touch of color. So again, if you have little vessels around your house, they're perfect to fill, to make a little candy shop of your own. A sugar shop. Okay, so we have this sweet little bunny dish. Again, it was just recently purchased from Williams-Sonoma. And I have some chocolate foiled eggs. Who doesn't love a foiled egg? Well, I'm sure there are people out there that don't. But I'm not one of them. I love my chocolate. And I thought that they would look sweet displayed in this dish. The green, and we have the pink and the blue. Such a fresh color. Spring is so refreshing. And as you can see, because I have so many, the lid's not going to fit on now, and that is perfectly fine. Now I have these two little frogs, very old floral frogs, and I decided to place my lollipops in them. I have more, but again, I can't find them. Why? Because we've been moving and moving and moving. I mean, come on. Twice. Well, we left Virginia, moved into a home, then a few months later, moved again to here. So I'm just scattered about everywhere, doing the best I can. I know someone mentioned, oh, this house seems to be too much for you. No, honey. It's never too much for a maximalist. Let's get that right. It's just, it's a lot when you move. A house is never too large for a maximalist. But I do get tired because I've moved so much these past few months. But anyhow, so I'm just placing little lollipops. And if you like lollipops, these, as I'm building this, I have one in my mouth. But you wouldn't know that because I never come up on the screen. But I'm telling you, just hang in there, okay? Because she is going to come about. I am. I really am, everyone. Let's just enjoy decorating, okay? I'll come about soon enough. So here we have the lollipops all inside the frog. Oh. And I need to find my other ones because then I can place them around the home. But these lollipops, incredible. So here I have another little glass dish. This, we went to one of them antique stores that have different booths. This is not antique, it is new, but it was in one of the booths and I decided to purchase it because I liked the shape and of course the gold tones in the glass. But I decided to put a couple different candies in this one. There's these blue eggs that I'm adding in, that it's chocolate, and then in the center, look at that pretty powdered blue. It goes perfectly with my sweet little check chairs that I just placed around the dining table. Love the powdered blue color. These are filled with caramel, covered in chocolate. So double yumminess. And I believe I am going to save the rest to do a refill. And then I decided to add in the almonds. And I love these, all the different colors. When I went into the storefront, these are just so inviting because they group them all together by color, and I love that. Oh, that one's stuck. But I'm just going to mix them up really good. And yes, my hands are clean. A mother's hands should always be clean, because we do so much. But they're all nice and mixed up. And I decided to put in this candy dish a couple of sheep. Now I have ducks too, but I can't find the ducks. They went away somewhere. I have no idea where they're at, but we'll find them. So I thought the sheep and these pastels would just look super cute, and they do. And all of us, we love to open up a foiled candy. These can be found, oh gosh, anywhere. Pretty much grocery stores, Target, Walmart. Loving all these colors together. I decided to put one up there. So a pack, it comes 5 in a pack. But you'll see, one of them wandered off. He just wanted to go venture out somewhere. And you'll see later on where he decided to go. And it wasn't my mouth. Not yet. Okay, so let's start decorating. And we're going to put the little bud vase right in the center, up at top. Love that yellow. Just so fresh. And I thought to put the other vases with the sugar rocks right next to the other. Now, I mean, how fresh is this? The yellows and the greens and the oranges. And then a sweet little vintage tin bunny over here to the side. He's filled with chocolates too. We'll get to him. And for now, that's all that's going to be going up on top. And now down at the bottom, I have the top portion of the bunny dish in the center. And then I have this bowl here. Now I was going back and forth a little bit. Should I have the bowl in the middle? You know, that, and then the bunny up in front of it. That would look really cute. But because of this vessel right here, I decided, you know, maybe I should just let the rabbit, the sweet little bunny, just separate everything. Put the other candy dish right up front. So again, all the little vessels that we have around the home, are perfect during this time of the year when you want to display your little candies. Now, for those of you that might be enjoying this fun video, please give it a thumbs up so I can get out there in the algorithm. Things have been a little bit tough here lately. Not sure why, but, and check your bells. So I have been informed that not as many viewers have been watching, and I know things get dropped off sometimes accounts. So make sure to check those bells, because I will have we have the whole month of March to decorate. So I have these little mini candles that I will be placing in the candle holders. So again, all month of March, we're doing good. Are we finally going to get a tour out of the little blue fly? I surely hope so. I surely hope so. So I thought just to put one of the glass hurricanes up on top. For those of you that are new, welcome. I invite you to subscribe to the little blue fly, and I look forward to our decorating next week.